Because I didn't play a lot of games for my country, just 2 tests and 2 ODIs.
Yeah.
But
You get given the ball. And there is Virat. Virat is intimidating, looking always, you don't drink, you don't smoke. First, I find you in good spirits. We're back with another one in this game on, and the purpose of the show is to ensure that we bring legends of the game. And the one that is here with us today is none other, the very one that was supposed to be here from the get-go, but there's always something. He's traveling, he's playing, he's too busy, everything possible. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. We've got a legend in the house, and I'm so excited that finally this gets to happen. My name is Tatenda. Harry is not here, Aya is not here, Pumza is here. You are here, and you are the most important one. The rest of the guys, I don't care about them. You are important, and make sure your friends come through as well, because as your friends come through, you are liking and you're sharing, they also become important just like you. So don't hold on that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this man has been in my life for the longest of time. But the one thing that to me, what resonates to me with him, or rather the memories that I share with him from our childhood, is the fact that he was a go-getter and is resilient and is hardworking and is super quick and ladies and gentlemen, meet Zimbabwe cricketer, professional cricketer, that is Michael Chinouya. Say
finally. Yeah,
my levels.
Yeah. Oh, good. Just enjoying my off season. So yeah.
How's been this season thus far?
I think I had a very long season. As compared to, when you go out of cricket for a long time and then
Exactly.
into
like,
the game.
That hunger. That
Yeah.
I want this.
Because I had gone for like 3 years without playing professional cricket.
Yes.
Saka. Going back to have such a long season, going back into the professional setup, like playing for the A side, the body.
He says no. But it's amazing how you've just pushed on, and no matter what challenge that you're thrown at, you still manage to come through. If you're practicing with guys that are not serious, wow, you maintain your standard.
Yeah.
But what happens when you walk into sides that it's serious business? Yeah. How do you manage to keep a balance?
Yeah, like you're saying, I've been playing club cricket for 3 years here in South Africa. And, practice
don't care. To them, it's just wow.
It's just fun.
Yeah.
And so you have to maintain that standard. And your fitness on your own and all that.
And you've been doing that a lot.
Yes. Yeah. So that's been the push that got me to where I am.
Yeah.
Going back to Zim.
Yeah.
Being able to play a full season, no injuries, and then getting back into the professional setup like A side.
Wow.
So yeah.
Amazing. In the comment section, please let us know if you know this man. And the video that I'm going to make him watch right now, let's see if you understand it or you know it. One, that's Virat Kohli, and 2, this is a world champ. I was watching the stats, and one of my mates sent me a video where they said Virat Kohli has got 12,000 IPL runs, and number 2 of the Indians is Rahul Dravid, and he's got 820 odd.
Yeah.
So the gap between 12,000 and number 2 is 800. That just shows how amazing the guy is and everything. But before we jump into that, in the comment section, let us know what is your fondest memory of Mike, and if you have faced Mike and you know he's step bouncer, please. Let me know in the comment section if you still remember that, and just write it down like, yes, it was a game between Quaker High and Jameson High, and this was what happened, and it would be nice to have interaction with you on the comment section. Anyway, Michael Chinouya, the professional cricketer, and the reason why we have a podcast is not only to show a spotlight on the fact that you've achieved, because everything is online, but also to understand who Mike is, what makes him tick, and who overall, because someone that is watching this and they watch soccer, they're like, geez, who's this guy? And the ladies that are watching in the comments are going, yes, that's with the beard. That's, he looks, nah.
Yeah.
Who is Mike?
I'm one guy who's just an introvert. It's either I'm at cricket or I'm at home.
Nice.
So I'm not that outgoing. I don't drink, I don't smoke. So, being out there with everyone else who's enjoying, having fun, it's difficult for me because I'm just quiet there. When and
you
they're
are
dancing and you're just chilled there. You won't feel the vibe because you
don't drink.
You don't drink. Yeah. So I've always been that guy who's been indoors all the time. Yeah. And one guy who's, when I'm free, I'm always with family.
Nice.
So either in Mama in Rustenburg
or something.
or in Zim, So that's been myself, and spending time to myself, trying to hustle. That's another thing.
Yes, we have
so I'm always on my phone looking for the next thing that can give me money. So making sure if there's an opportunity somewhere where I can make money, even with besides cricket. So I'm one person who's a hustler.
Nice.
And my hustle is my phone.
Yeah,
I'm always
I think we live in a world where the phone is everything. Your phone can be not only for communication, but also to make money out of it.
True.
So you're not just scrolling past and
Yes.
it's so amazing how you say you don't drink, you don't smoke. Yet club cricket, you've been in South Africa for the past 3 years and being around the scenes and playing club cricket and IOPL and all that. And you notice that 90% of cricketers in South Africa, they love their alcohol.
Yeah.
Or a guy that is running into bowl, come to the boundary, can I have a smoke? Understand? What attributes, what made you get to that point whereby you're like, I don't want to drink alcohol? Because did you drink alcohol and had a bad experience? Did you smoke and had a bad experience? Or you just told yourself based on, I saw so and so and so do it, it's not my thing?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm one guy who started my cricketing career late. I started playing for the Midlands province very late, and I started cricket. I think I was in form 2 or form 3. So I wanted to have a long career. So I told myself, if I drink, if I smoke, obviously my career is going to be short.
Cut short, yeah.
So I need to have a long career. Let me put away the things that will make me have a short career, so that I can push long. So like now you can see, I think in Zim you've got a few guys that are 38 and are still playing professionally.
Yes.
So I'm one of them, and this is what I wanted to achieve, to get to maybe 40. While at least I can still play, I can still have those youngsters in my team and
manage them.
Manage them and pass to them.
Yeah.
Everything that I've learned throughout my career.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You and Jimmy Anderson, you're same WhatsApp group. Because Jimmy
definitely.
Anderson is 43 years old and he's still running in. I think the England Cricket Board has to say, nah, but come on, like relax. And he's still fit and still doing the thing. You just completed 100 first class games for Rhinos. That's a major achievement in any cricketing history. But before we get into your cricketing career, I want you to go through this and you tell me as well as you're watching this, and it's linked on Mike Chinouya's YouTube. He's a celebrity, this guy. What gets through your mind when this is happening? What's your memory right now watching this?
This was my debut match. So, watching your debut match, telling yourself that this is where I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to achieve, playing for my country.
Yeah.
You always get goosebumps, like now.
And you're still getting the goosebumps. Then
they're still there. Yeah, I achieved this. I'm now in the squad. I know I had made the squad a couple of times and I hadn't gotten that opportunity to play. But now you have the opportunity to play.
And the nerves are saying, hey, bud. Yeah.
So I had the opportunity to have Vittori and Chatara, who were with me at the hotel, and they came to my room. They're like, my guy,
you ready?
This is the time you've been waiting for. I know Vittori was one of those guys who would give you a scare. He would say, my guy, no, you're not going to eat breakfast tomorrow.
It's Virat, he's going to come for you.
Yeah, and they'd be like, I know you're not going to eat breakfast tomorrow. And I was like, I'm gonna sleep early. And
So I'm pretty sure the night before when you guys went to dinner, you know when as a kid you're about to travel, you know you're traveling the next day to go on holiday. You can't sleep, you can't eat. Is that what you're going through?
That's what you're going through. But at the same time, you need enough rest so that you can
obviously
perform
to perform. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think I didn't give myself pressure because I just thought, cricket is the same. All you need to do is come tomorrow and bowl your areas. Whether is a guy who's scored 200, is a
doesn't matter. Yeah,
just go there and do the things that you've been doing all along.
Yeah,
nothing is gonna change. Obviously, on the day, the nerves will come back, but you're trying to get yourself ready mentally and all that.
Yes.
So yeah.
Then you get given the ball, and there is Virat. Virat is intimidating looking at him. Rohit is sort of calm, but still hits the ball quite hard. I think Rohit is sort of like on the good cop, and Virat is on the bad cop. Like he's coming for you. He makes it known that he's gonna hit you. And I was reading something on Facebook that said Virat Kohli got hit by Mitchell Johnson in 2014 somewhere. They got hit on the head.
Yeah.
Then went to lunch. When he came out of lunch, he told his partners like, "I'm going to pump this guy. He hit me. I'm going to," and he did pump him for the rest of that series. So you get given the ball. Your hands are sweaty, obviously.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind? Yes, you spoke about, you rested. You spoke about you want to hit your areas. Yeah. But there is Virat. There is Rohit.
So I can say, Rohit opened with the Shikhar Dhawan.
Yeah.
So I wasn't scared of Shikhar Dhawan.
Okay.
Because I knew I was good at bowling to lefties.
Lefties, okay.
So with the ball jagging away and all that.
You were fine,
Yeah, I was fine with Shikhar Dhawan. I was like, if he attacks me, well, but I'm going to get him out because of the ball jagging.
Yes, yeah.
I was scared of Rohit Sharma because he was running down to bowlers and all that.
Oh.
So we did our analysis to him. We could see if you hit your length, he can run down and hit you for 6,
straight,
even if you hit your length.
Yeah.
So that was the main worry. Like, okay.
And that's your main ball.
That's my main ball, checking in. He runs down, he hits me for 6. But anyway, who's going to come next? Virat Kohli. Now I'm thinking, okay, Virat Kohli is going to come at a time where I've bowled maybe 2-3 overs. So at least I've got my lines.
Yes.
I know.
Oh, so at least I'm not as bad like the first one. Yeah.
But obviously bowling to Rohit Sharma, you're thinking, am I going to be hitting the right length on this wicket? What if he hits me, puts me under pressure in the first 2 overs, then...
then what?
Yeah. So the good thing is I just went on and started bowling straight on the mark, and the ball landed, just from ball 1. So that... It gave me the feeling that I'm in the game. So whoever's gonna come next, even if Virat Kohli comes next, I'm hitting my lines and I'm in the game.
Yeah.
So the good thing is we had I can't say it's a good thing that we scored a low total, but it gave me that feeling that they're not gonna attack me because
they don't need to.
Yes, they're chasing a small target.
Score. Yes, yeah.
So that also gave me that courage to run in and bowl hard.
Wow.
Because I was like, I've got nothing to lose here. We're defending 220. So
yeah. Well, what was the advice though from the guys that I'd mid off? Are they telling you at that point in time, trust your skills? And a lot of times we find that you may be working so hard to get to a particular spot, not only in cricket or in sport, or you've been studying so hard to get to that interview. And the moment you then get the interview, you can then freeze. So true, what's going, and it happens a lot. What's going through the minds of the guys that I'd mid off? What are they saying to you? Do you still remember? What are they saying to you as you are rearing or warming up or whatever?
Yeah, I can say to start with, we had Vittoria and Charles in the team. Those guys were opening the bowling from the previous games. And in the changing room, Brendan Taylor was like, give him the new ball. It gives him a chance. It's his debut. So that also gave me that positiveness in my mind that okay, I've got a new ball, it's gonna be easy for me. And then we went inside. I've got pro sports there, Elton Chikumbra on the side. Those two had played a lot of cricket. So yes, and you had Raza. Raza was still new, but he was coming all the way from mid wicket, running to me, pumping me up. So it was a good feeling.
Wow,
yeah,
amazing. How then would you? Obviously, you are at that point in time, and you're facing someone that is. We saw with Kwena Mapaka.
Yeah.
Some of the balls that he was bowling is not what he went in. You know, when you made your debut, you did something right.
Yeah.
Then when you get there and you get the opportunity, you didn't try to do something different. We saw with Kwena Mapaka, he was bowling too short.
Yeah.
And at the Under-19 World Cup, he was known for his yorkers.
Yes.
So already you are doing something that is outside your limitations or outside your strengths.
Yeah.
What advice would you give? Is it because of nerves, or is it because one just doesn't believe in their craft?
I think basically it's nerves. So, like for example, for Kwena, obviously with his age, he's playing cricket at the highest level. We all know he bowls quick, and he's played against most of those guys, especially here in franchise cricket in South Africa.
Yeah.
So it's also a matter of those guys understand that okay, he's on debut. We put him under pressure, even if he's bowling good balls. You could see that obviously he's trying and he's bowling. He's trying to execute his length, and these guys are just putting him under pressure. So it's not a matter of nerves sometimes, but just those guys putting you under pressure because you're the new guy. Every time you're on debut, people will be
you are the target. Yes.
We attack the debutant because obviously he's going to go under pressure, and even if he's bowling his good balls, try to put him under pressure. You do something else.
Yeah.
So I know it's something that's not easy, especially for youngsters. Once they're under pressure, they try to do something different. But we always encourage them, stick to your strengths.
Yeah.
The things that got you here are the same things that are going to get you up there.
It's so amazing how MS Dhoni said the same thing. He says, we worked so hard to get to the final. Then when you get to the final, guys are trying to do something different. The fact that you are already there is because you did something different. So stay the same, because the same is what made you successful. And here you are saying you just need to let the youngster understand that go to what you know best. If you were the batting coach at that particular juncture with Kwena Mapaka, what advice would you be giving at the side of the field? He comes back to fine leg. What would you say?
Obviously, I'm the bowling coach there. I'll obviously make sure that he stays positive. Encourage him to get to bowl or to stick to his strength. And if it doesn't work out on the day, it doesn't work out. Because remember, this is T20 cricket. You can go for runs bowling the same length on the day, and then you come back, bowl the same length, and then you take wickets. So you stick to your strength and try to make sure that you bowl to your field sets. That's one thing that's important in T20 cricket. If they're hitting you to where you want to bowl, then it's fine.
It's okay. Still.
So you go there, you tell him that if they're hitting you to you are in a good position. Don't put yourself under pressure. So he's a youngster. He doesn't want to be told negative things. Otherwise, they go into his head.
Exactly. How difficult is it to work against your mindset? You are at the highest level. You've played at the highest level, and you've bowled to some of the best batters. How do you maintain a solid, positive mindset towards your game, and not, because it's so easy for you to go like, I don't think I deserve to be here. I don't think I'm good enough. Yes, look at that bat. What is mine? Look at those shoes. What? It's so easy for you to sort of like diminish yourself because you look at someone else as, wow, they are great. How easy or how difficult is it to maintain? How do you do it? To maintain that positive mindset, positive outlook towards your cricket career?
I think obviously you need to be tough mentally, and I'm one guy who's always been up for challenges. So obviously when I started my career, I was more of a 4-day bowler and a 1-day bowler. And then when T20 came into the picture, I told myself, this is the challenge that I want, because I'm one guy who bowls a heavy length. So how good are these batters when it comes to bowling
And it's
heavy
hitting
length?
the top part of your
Yes,
bat and it's hitting it hard.
Is I'm hitting the splice. Are you good at hitting that? So mentally, I always wanted that challenge. So if you tell yourself that I want that challenge of batters coming hard at you, then you're going to be good mentally and it's going to be strong. So once you get into those positions where guys are just hitting sixes, even if they're pumping you for six, you always tell yourself, I'm just going to run in.
I'm coming back.
I'm coming back. I've got 6 balls. You've got 1 life. So that's been my strength as well.
Okay.
Like, I've got 6 balls. You've got 1 life. You can
Let's
hit me
see.
4 sixes and then
I'm
I
coming
get you
back.
out.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm
So-
coming back. Alaki was playing a match last month or 2 months ago in the Africa Cup under 10.
Okay.
So he comes in and they're playing a final, and it's against these big boys.
Yeah.
And those boys from Krugersdorp, they're big Afrikaans boys, and they hit the ball far.
Yeah.
So there's already those vibes because the Afrikaans parents are screaming, the
Yeah,
English parents are sort of like calm and whatnot. So they go into bat and things don't work out. I think they ended up on 150, 160 odd.
Okay.
They're like, no, it's not a bad score. It's a good score. No,
Yeah.
but then there's this big kid, he's hitting the ball hard and whatnot. Guess what? Alage is given the new ball. First ball, bowled.
Yeah.
But he clips the wicket as he's running in. So umpire calls it and no
No
ball.
ball. Yeah.
Eesh, and that's the big boy that we really wanted.
Yeah.
He comes back second ball. The guy mistimes it to mid on. Drop catch.
Sure.
Ish. 2 chances in the same
Yeah,
over.
the
And
same
now the noise. These are under 10 cricketers and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
parents
yeah.
are screaming. Yeah. Then he bowls short. He gets pumped for 6.
Yeah.
Comes back, bowls a full toss, gets pumped for 6. Starts crying. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is as you are standing on your mark, what is going through Mike's head each time he's got a ball in his hand?
So I'm one guy who decides the ball that I want to bowl when I'm walking back to my mark.
Okay.
So I've seen the shot that you've tried to play. So I'm walking back, I'm thinking, okay, this is the next ball that I want to bowl. Either I'm going for a yorker or I'm going for a slow ball. So I'm walking back there, I'm thinking about that delivery.
Okay.
So when I stand there by the mark, I already know what I want to do. So I have that ball clear in my head.
Okay.
So obviously every bowler does that, but sometimes it's execution.
Okay.
But if you practice well, you practice hard, especially with your yorkers, your slow balls and everything, you're always practicing those things. If you're 100% that you're going to execute, those are the things that you put in your mind as you're walking back there. You like, I'm going to bowl that yorker when I go to the mark. I stand there, I'm looking at the batter's feet. I'm looking nowhere else. I'm running in and I'm looking at those feet. That's how I.
So you say you have a clear picture as you're walking in, as you're walking back.
To my mark.
So it's not a matter of I'm running in and I'm going to bowl a yorker. What if he double steps? What if he's an AB de Villiers? He does
Who
this.
does that?
Is it because the moment you start thinking of what is he going to do, then it distracts your plan?
So obviously, I'm one person who can see usually when you try to run down or when you try to play those pedal slips. So with my action, it's easy for me to adjust. So I've got, if it's up to obviously bowlers that have got actions that are easy to. I know some bowlers it's easy. It's not easy to adjust when you're up there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's easy. When I go there, I'm thinking yorker. The moment you go down early for that, I can adjust to bowl that same yorker, but with a slower pace.
I see.
So
but you still stay with your mindset. If it was a bumper, you're gonna stay with that.
Yes. So with the bumper, it's the same thing. I'm thinking I'm gonna go bumper, and then I see the guy wants to hit it. He's ready for it. I can still bowl that bumper, but
It's
at a slow
slower.
pace,
Okay,
so I can bowl the slow ball bumper.
Okay.
So it's the skill that I've taught myself. That I have to keep this ball in my mind. This ball is the one that I want to bowl. But in the event of a better changing or making a plan or trying to scoop me or trying to do something else, this is what I'm going to do. If it works, it works. But if it doesn't, it doesn't work. Yeah. Well, sometimes you go there and then you try to bowl that and then it's a full toss and then...
Nice.
Yeah. So
it's amazing advice because you're saying you have a clear plan.
Yes.
This is what I want to do. Yes, the batsman can change his mind and do whatever.
Yeah.
But this is my plan.
Yes.
So you are not running in and saying, I'm going to bowl a Yorker, but if he does this, I'm going to bowl a bumper.
Yeah.
Now it screws up
Yes.
your plans.
Yes.
What advice then would you give to a kid that is going in and going, what do I think of that is less complicated? You are saying you run in and you're already thinking as you're walking. Someone else can say, at the top of my mark, that's when I'm thinking, what do I do? But that's not the question. Question now is, you are thinking of bowling a Yorker.
Yes.
Captain comes to you and says something different. Do you go with what captain said, or you say, no, I was thinking this? How does the environment work out with regards to you speaking to your captain and getting advice, or from a senior player in the side?
So usually you're the one holding the ball, and you know what you can execute. So I know I've been practicing Yorkers. My first plan is Yorkers, right? So we've got a guy who's going hard. Maybe the other guys are not executing their Yorkers. That's why they're going for runs.
Yeah.
So the guy comes into you. What's your plan? This is my plan. I'm going Yorkers.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, I was thinking we ball cutters into the wicket.
That's captain now.
Yes.
That's what he's thinking.
Yes. So captain comes, I'm thinking we go cutters into the wicket. So usually what I do in that situation, I go, captain, okay, can we go with my plan for the first 2 balls and see what happens?
Okay.
If it doesn't work, we go to your plan.
Okay.
So now it's up to you and captain, but your plan is the guy who's holding the ball in the hand.
Yes.
Is the first
has to
plan.
be the first one.
Yes.
Okay.
So obviously you need to have 2 plans. T20 cricket, you can't go in there with one plan.
You can't.
You go with one plan, you can't execute, then what next?
Okay.
You see? So
because it's a fast-paced game
yes.
as well.
So I know I've been nailing my Yorkers. Captain, I've been nailing my Yorkers. Let's go with the Yorkers.
Okay.
Right. Give me a field set. And then I put a field set. Right. This is the discussion between me and the captain. We put a field set. Captain is fine. Let's go with what you want to bowl.
Yeah.
Right. If it works out, good. If it doesn't work out, okay, Skip, I think your plan.
Let me take yours now.
Yes. Let's go with it and then see what happens. Yeah.
Then in your practice and we're coming back to you reaching 100 first class matches, but in your practice, and we're coming to how you practice. You say you've been practicing the Yorkers, and 9 times out of 10 you were nailing the Yorkers. Maybe the first day you were not great. The second day, the third day, by the time it's game day, you're like, you know what, I can back my Yorker. Yes. But it comes back again to how you practice. When you rock up to practice, take me through what should be a standard way of any cricketer or any sports person rocking up to practice, because we see it in club cricket where it's a Wednesday or it's a Tuesday, it's supposed to be practice, but guys are chilling and having a beer and having a dop and whatnot. Then from there, just jump into the nets and let's bowl. What's your advice, and how would it look like when you're saying, I'm walking in, I'm going to practice, getting out of your car, taking your bags and whatnot, and say, this is me going to practice. After practice, I can say, I worked on 1, 2, and 3. I struggled with 1, 2, and 3. Tomorrow, I'm going to work on that. What does it look like coming to practice for you? And that's going to be the advice to the person that's watching this.
So I always say, practice the way you play. So when I say practice the way you play, it's the same intensity that you're going to be putting when you're playing a game. That's how I practice. Okay. So if you see me bowling in the nets, it's as if I'm in a game. I'm running in. I'm telling myself, right, this is the situation. We are defending 100 here. Right. I'm going to run in and hit that length. And I'm hitting the box like 90% of the time. Right. So I'm giving myself each over. I want to hit the box maybe 4 or 5 times. Right. every over you're doing that. So you're in a match situation at practice. The intensity that you're putting 100% as if you're in a game. So when it comes to the game, it's the same thing that you're going to do. Because if I practice just coming in there and rolling my arms,
and you expect to then hit the deck hard on a game day,
it's going to be difficult for me.
Yeah.
So I think that's one thing that has made me fit as well, because the same way I run in the practice is the same way that I've ran in throughout my career at matches. So I always encourage guys to practice the same way that they want to play the game. So
that's really amazing. Practice the same way that you want to play a match, because you can't be missing balls at practice and expect to hit them at game.
Yes.
Or you can't be bowling wides at practice and expect to hit good areas on game day.
Yeah.
That's amazing advice. And to me, it sounds like your plan is very simple.
Yeah.
It's easy to execute. You're not going in and you're looking at something that is so complicated.
Yeah.
And now we are here, and Mike, the professional cricketer, you just hit your 100 first-class matches.
Yeah.
What's going through your mind? And the reason why I keep on coming through your mind is because I come from a mental perspective, because I want to understand what is going through someone's mind. When someone rapes a little girl, I want to yes, the issue was bad. What you did was bad. But I want to get into your mind. What was going through your mind the night before, or when you were seeing that baby, or you were... Like in this instance, we're talking about your game. What was going through Mike's head knowing that next week I'm playing my 100th? What if I get injured? What if I don't happen? What if I die? What's going through Mike's head leading up to that game that Rhinos played that was your 100th?
So obviously, like myself going back to Zim, knowing that I'm left with like 4 games to get to my 100 first-class games. So I made sure that my fitness was like on top notch.
No chance.
Yes, I don't want to get injured.
No
I need
chance.
I need to play each and every game up until that 100th game. And in my mind, I'm thinking, youngsters, they need to know that there's Michael Chinouya who's played 100 first-class games, and he played cricket up until the age of 38, 39, whatever.
40, whatever.
Whatever. I'm going to retire. So I'm thinking about that youngster. Because once you post that 100 first-class games, every youngster who plays cricket is going to see that. So that's one thing that was on my mind, because I'm thinking it's going to make someone think wisely about their game. Lifestyle, because remember, cricket is all about your lifestyle as well. So if you've got a good lifestyle outside cricket, your career will also be long. But if your lifestyle outside cricket is not that good, then you can have a good career for 2 years and then you disappear. That's it. We've had so many guys in Zim that were very good in cricket, but their lifestyle, they've played very good cricket for 2 years and then he's gone. Where is that guy now? He's in the streets doing something else. You see. So your lifestyle in terms of youngsters, that's one thing I thought of, and I was like, if I get to 100 first-class games, these youngsters will want to know how I got here as a fast bowler and at the age of 38 still bowling.
And so, the amount of injuries that goes with fast bowling as well.
So, yes. So to see someone getting to 100 first-class games, it means that person, he wasn't prone to injuries. So they want to find out
you did something right.
How did you not get injured? Because remember, in Zim we play five first-class games or 6 per season. So how long are you gonna get to 100?
It's gonna take you forever.
Yes. So which means you have to play every game in the season to get that. So obviously youngsters want to understand, you see. So it's something that will also motivate them. So that was what's got me pushing to get to 100.
Amazing. Congratulations on that. It's a very big milestone. And especially now that you are speaking about it from a perspective that we're not playing 100 matches, or we're not playing 40, 30, let's just say you're not playing 30 matches per season.
Yes.
It's limited matches.
Yeah.
So that means you have to stay in the system for longer.
Yes.
Where do you attribute your patience from? Because one, you're not playing enough games. There is so much frustration. The system may not be going well. There is money constraints in Zimbabwe. The economy is nonsense. There's so much politics happen. Yet you've remained patient in that system. What do you credit that to?
Yeah. So remember, like I said, I'm a hustler. So hustlers will always stay in the game no matter what happens. So I think that's one thing that has kept me pushing. Even there were times that I would finish the season maybe in the top 5 bowlers and then never get a chance to play in the national team.
And it hurts.
Yes. But I always told myself that I'm going to get that opportunity. And, I always do my researches. I've seen guys who've gone for 5-10 years doing everything to achieve something, but they're not achieving it. So it's something that I told myself that, I'm going to keep pushing and I'm going to get there.
Yeah.
So like hustlers do, they always hustle. If this week they're not making money, they know next week I'm gonna get it.
Another day.
Look at gold miners.
Exactly.
They're always digging.
I didn't get today, but I'll keep digging.
Yes,
until I
they
find.
keep digging.
Yeah.
Today it comes out with 1 gram.
Exactly.
Today,
I'm
tomorrow.
gonna get a kg maybe.
Yeah.
Even if I don't, but I'm gonna keep on trying.
Yes. So that mindset of a hustler and just keeping on pushing. Yeah. That's all I had, and I always kept on pushing, no matter how much I perform and never get selected. I just next season will come.
I will do it. It's so amazing to have a guy that will say, disappointment did not sway you down, or disappointment did not. Because a lot of times when you're disappointed, you're like, man.
Yeah,
I'm leaving. I'm gonna do something else.
Yet
true. You keep on. That's resilience. You keep on pushing. And now I'm gonna come back to the first class setup in the club cricketing setup in South Africa. What is it that club cricket in South Africa or in Zimbabwe can do to try and increase their chances of being successful, and players as well? Because if a player is successful, the club is going to be successful. If a player is healthy, the team is going to benefit. What can they do in club cricket from the 3 years that you've experienced in South Africa that they can take a little bit from the environment in first class? Yes, you're not being paid to play club cricket, but there is always something that doesn't need money, especially to make sure that the team or individuals get to succeed and get to where you are.
I think from what I've seen in the past, guys coming for practice, taking practice serious. That's one thing that I've noticed when it comes to club cricket here. Because obviously guys are thinking, I'm not getting paid, and most of the guys are giving excuses of work and everything. I know they have to work, but obviously there's a time where you can say, guys, I'm free on a Saturday. Who wants to come and hit balls? Who wants to bowl? So it's something that the youngsters that are playing club cricket here can also do to make sure that they perform every Sunday. Yeah. Because you can see sometimes the standards are going down because guys are no longer in it.
They're not coming.
Guys are not coming for practice. So even the guys that are coming for practice, mentally they're like, why should I do this?
What's the point?
Everyone else is not coming for practice.
So why must I come?
At least I came for practice, and then I'm here for the game, score my 20, and then
it's fine, go home.
That's my Sunday done. But obviously having that mindset that there's someone in this team who wants to take cricket seriously, so you do it for them as well. Right. So sometimes when I'm giving my 100%, I'm not doing it for myself, but for that youngster who's in the team. Right. So that youngster is like, hey, but if Mike is pushing like this, I can also do it. So you're not doing it for yourself. You're also doing it for the youngster who wants to take cricket to the next level.
It's so amazing how you are so selfless. Because if you are saying, I'm going to come in and hit a hard length, even if I'm doing it to a youngster, because I want to show them that this is what happens in a game.
Yes.
Because you look at environments where, like, if you're in an environment and you're a fast bowler, every batsman is thinking, yo, I don't want to face Mike in the nets. But in actual fact, it's a good thing, because the more I face Mike in the nets, the more I'm going to be better prepared for out there. Because their bowlers are going to come in and do the same thing that Mike was doing. So true. I'm benefiting. And now it doesn't come across as Mike just wants to hit me in the nets. He wants me to get practice as much as he is getting practice as
getting
well.
you ready for that those challenges.
What's coming as well. That to me is like a take off from this. It's like, wow. Mike, what do you want to be remembered as in your career and in your life?
Is the guy who ran in Rad.
True.
Because, even in Zim, they call me Rhino. Because they're like, the Rhino charges.
He's coming, he's charging.
The Rhino charges all the time. So everyone calls me Rhino. So that's one thing also that I want to be remembered for. That is that guy who always ran in. No matter how hard you hit him,
he'll still come
back and bowl. So, and also giving back to the community is something that I'm starting now. Obviously, at the age of 38, you're getting closer to the end of your career. Giving back to those youngsters. So it's not only where you started your cricket, but everywhere else.
Everywhere still cricket.
So even here at Randburg, I'm also giving back to those ladies. They see me, they're motivated. Like, hey,
I want to be big fast
coach. How was it playing first class in Zimbabwe? They're always asking those questions. So you can see that you're motivating someone, and it's the same thing back home. Those youngsters are asking you, so how have you managed to play up until the age of 38?
Wow.
How are you still running in at this age? No injuries, no cramps. You see some youngsters getting cramps at the age of 22, 23.
Like you're still young, but exactly.
Like you're young, but you bowl 5 overs, you're getting cramps.
Already cramps.
So the good thing is they come to me and they asking questions. How have you managed to do this? So I got the opportunity to talk to Walters. Walters from is it from Eastern Cape? Bashir Waters. Yes. He's also my age, and he's still running in. So we had a chat the other day. He was telling me that these are the things that I've used to maintain my fitness and also not getting injuries, and my recovery processes, everything. So I enjoy it when youngsters come to me asking about my recovery processes. And you find that some youngsters are scared to come and ask. So I went to Bashir. We are the same age, but I had to go and ask him.
Yes, because you want to learn.
I've played international cricket. He hasn't. But he's played a lot of first-class cricket, right? But I still go to him, find out.
Get tips from him.
Yes. How have you managed to play for this long? I've also played for the same period that you've played, but I want to also gather some information from him.
I think that's the important part of, we always bounce ideas from one another. Because I've seen a lot of times, even with coaches, where one coach wants to coach on their own, right in their corner, don't talk to me. Then you understand that with coaching, the more that you are hearing someone else say something like, I can take that. I know someone that can learn from that.
You can learn from that.
From each other.
I remember, so what, a month ago, we were playing against Durham in Zim versus Durham. And, I was looking at our coaches. They're watching there. So these guys are doing a drill. The Durham guys, they're doing a drill. And then coach is like, Mike, can you please note down this drill so that we can...
We're going to do it ourselves. Yeah, exactly. And that's coaching.
So these are Zime coaches. They're also copying some of the drills. Like, wow, this is a nice drill.
And this is a first-class team. And you're that's a good warm-up drill. Actually, I can do that.
You see. So as coaches as well, they need to do that. You see, what drills are the other coaches doing?
I will take that.
You see. So I always have the opportunity to practice with the Lions team. So I'm there at Lions. I'm not just going there to bowl to them. But I go early. I watch their warm-ups. I'm looking at what they're doing.
Or what the coaches are saying.
Yes, what the coaches are saying. And I also have the opportunity to speak to their coaches. So that's one advantage that I have so far, leading to what I want to achieve as a coach.
Yeah.
You see, so with giving back, I'm taking all that
information
from these guys.
From the guys that
there's Hashim Amla, there's Alan Donau, the Lions,
the big names.
Big names. So you take that opportunity to learn from them. You don't just go there and bowl and then you go.
Exactly. I bowled. I got a wicket done.
I was bowling to Timber before
you couldn't see me. I didn't know what to do.
So you get the opportunity to speak to the coaches. Yeah.
What is your recovery process? Because you play a 4-day game, and obviously after the next day is rest day, yes. But then in the next 2 days or 3 days, you have to go back to practice, and you're sore. Let's suppose you bowled 20 overs, 25 overs in the 4 days, or whatever, however amount of overs, there has to be a recovery. What is your recovery process?
I think for me, it's obviously what I take into the body.
Okay.
That has been mostly important. I'm one guy who makes sure that he eats well, fluids, and rests well. So those are my recovery processes, and I also stretch. So I either go to the gym next day, do a light workout where I just stretch and everything, and I also eat the right food.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So for a club cricketer, what would you recommend them to have as a recovery? Because they have played Saturday cricket, they played Sunday cricket. Monday, you're going back to work.
Yes.
And your body is sore. Tuesday, you have to come to practice, or Wednesday, you have to come to practice. What advice would you give a club cricketer that is going through that workload of Saturday and Sunday?
Obviously, all they can do is stretch. They can stretch like after the games. Usually, you've seen club cricketers after the game, everyone just have a beer in the car and go home. Yeah. So what I've realized is most club cricketers, they don't stretch after the games. It's just into the car and go. So stretching and making sure that you take the right things into your body, and then you recover quickly. Yeah.
Amazing. Mike, you've been amazing. Before I let you go, if you were sitting on my chair as the host, what would you want to ask Mike? What would you want Mike to let people know, or let you know about you? Want people to know about you?
Obviously, most people ask about, where is Mike's partner? We've never seen Mike's partner.
Danko, let's hear. You can't be single and handsome. No. What a waste. Yeah.
So I know it's one thing that I've been taking long to look into, because obviously with cricket, you're undecided as to where you want to settle down. You've got countries like Australia, New Zealand, UK, South Africa, or maybe back home. So you're deciding, okay, I want to settle down in one of these countries. But do I need to go there and then look for a partner when I get there? Or do I need to find someone here and then? So it's something that has been, going on in my head. But
how do you manage? Because the cricket game has got so many temptations.
Yes.
When you travel, there's so many temptations. Girls throwing themselves at you and all that. How have you managed to keep that discipline? Because the reason why some of us got married was because you're like, I can't deal with this temptation. So at least if I know that I've got a wife at home that's going to kill me if she finds out, then that becomes my discipline process. How have you managed to do that, being single and successful?
Yeah, I think I've gone through a point of time where I realized that some of these girls were just after my career. So he plays cricket. I think I can take this guy because he plays cricket. They obviously in their mind they're like, oh, these cricketers, they've got money. So obviously let me cash up with this. So it's one thing that has always been in my mind. I've always tried to look for someone who's down to earth, and someone who doesn't even think about the game or what I do for a living and all that. So it's been a challenge for me to,
ladies in the comment section, please send your CVs, and we can do the processes. Okay.
So yeah.
Oh man, amazing. Thank you so much for taking your time. The last question would be one before the last question. The last question would be, what is your driving force? What drives you to wake up and keep on running in, or keep on hustling, or keep on doing what you do best?
I think it's obviously growing up in a not rich family but medium, and then you thinking, I need to be that guy who's gonna get my family to that better level. It's so it's something that keeps me pushing, and every time I wake up, I'm like, I'm that guy. I need to do this for my family. My siblings, my parents and all, they'll be like looking up to me. So it's one thing that keeps me pushing.
Wow, amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And lastly now, what would you say to your family and your supporters and everyone that has been there with you from day one? If you were to look in the camera and the person that is watching right now, and they're like, Mike is talking and is talking to me.
Yeah.
What would you say to them?
Yeah, obviously, at first it wasn't easy to take cricket as a career. Obviously, from the family, back home
they don't understand the game.
They want you to go to school and all that. But getting to where I am now, the support that they ended up giving me, and my friends, my coaches, those people, they've been there ever since I became a professional cricketer. And I always cherish them all the time. So I sometimes I just tell myself, hey, my salary, I'm just buying everything stuff from my mom and everything, because I know they've always pushed me, especially my siblings. They've always pushed me because they are proud to have a brother who plays cricket.
Yes.
So every time they just telling their friends, I've got my brother plays cricket,
Especially wearing your shirt. Like, this is my brother's shirt.
So I'm always happy that I've got those people.
Awesome stuff.
Yeah.
Mike, you've been amazing. Thank you so much for taking your time. And this has been a long time coming. And I'm so glad that we finally managed to do it. And to me, it comes as, it's selfless again, because every advice that was given in here, someone takes it and goes with it to club cricket. Someone takes it, goes to high school cricket. Any form of cricket that they're doing. If you practice right, you're going to see the results. And sometimes you're not going to see the results, unfortunately. And the game of cricket it's more failures than you succeed. If everyone was succeeding all the time, we'll be like, oh, what's the point of working hard? So all the advices that you've given, you can just say that when your career gets to an end from a playing perspective and you're getting into coaching, all this wisdom that you've acquired over the 100 first-class games, there is ups and downs that someone is going to use to just get elevated and keep on with their career and push on with their career. So to me, that is a major big take in and an appreciation for everything that you've done for the game of cricket. You are living the game of cricket not like you found it. You're living it in a better state, in a better space. And that's exactly what we're wanting, even in Zimbabwe with the cricket and everything that's going on. That let's just live cricket in a better state than we found it. That's it.
True. Because I always get questions like, how come you haven't played a lot of games, but you kept on pushing? Because I didn't play a lot of games for my country, just 2 tests and 2 ODIs. But every season, I always performed. I never let my guard down, and as in I am not being selected. Let me just run in and whatever happens.
It's not like anything's gonna happen. So just leave
but I kept on performing for my franchise, because I told myself it's not only about being in the national setup, but also for my franchise. Let me do this for my franchise.
Amazing. Rhinos and Midlands, we appreciate you. Randburg and Gauteng, we appreciate you. So awesome stuff. If you're still here, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you are here because of Mike, please let me know in the comment section. We want to split up who is coming because of me, or who's coming because of Mr. Beard. Anyway, thank you so much. See you guys on the other side. Take care of yourself. Have a lekker weekend, and we'll see you guys soon. Cheers for now.